Hey everyone, how's it going? Today I really want to ponder the concept of how, as men, our lives are much like video games, and how we can start living in our own made-up video game in a way. As men, we are our own special character. We do not get to choose our character. We do not get to choose our strengths and weaknesses. These are given to us by God when we start our life at birth. So we all have something we can contribute to the world, and it is up to us to find what our strengths and weaknesses are, what our passions and hobbies are, and just how we want to live our own lives through our own personalities. It is all up to us to choose how we get to play our own game. But as men, the important thing to realize is no matter who you are, where you are in the world, or what you're given as your strengths and weaknesses, we all inherently start at zero. And the one thing we all possess, because none of us are the same, no one on earth is the same as you. The only thing you have in common with everyone else in the world is the time right now. You don't know how long you're going to be living, how long you have on this earth. Your last day, God forbid, could be tomorrow. You could, on the other hand, you could live 80 to 100 years from now. But regardless, right now, we all possess the same period of time in which we have full control over how we utilize that time. So we all start from birth, and we all have our own unique set of challenges and experience that contribute to shape the trajectory of our life. So inherently, we are all running our own path. We all have our own kind of stories to tell. Some of us go through more pain and tribulations at the start of our life, others throughout the middle of their life, others towards the end of their life. Regardless, we all, no matter how long you live, we all have our own kind of challenges and harrowing experiences which we face at some time in our life. For others, it's something on a bigger scale that goes for a shorter time. Others, it's not as big of a challenge, or as big of a problem on the surface, but it extends throughout a longest time span. Regardless, I believe our challenges are all on a similar level to where it can help us build and grow as a person, because our challenges and painful experiences are handed to us from God. It is a way of leveling up and allowing us to build ourselves and become a better person, because no one becomes a good person without challenging and painful experiences in their life. No warrior is born. A warrior is built from hard, painful labor, hard training every single day, getting up in the morning and grinding their ass off through hard, physical, grueling work. And life is hard. Life is seriously hard. Like, it's not easy. So you got to wake up every single morning and be thankful for the day you are given, because this time you are living right now is yours. You have free will over how you spend it. Like I said, from the moment we are born, the one thing we all possess is the same time. So if you're 18 years old watching this right now, you have lived the same exact time as another 18-year-old who you're friends with, the same age as you, another man who is 18 years old, that is the one thing in common you can definitely say that you possess. You have acquired the same 18 years of time. You could have spent that time in completely different scenarios. One of you could have been in another country working their ass off, doing labor. Another scenario is you could have been, living in a plush mansion somewhere, with servants and, not having to do any work at all. But the idea is, you have lived the exact same amount of time as that person. So one of yous could be on completely different levels. One of yous could have hit the gym starting at age 13. Now that person, that 18-year-old, same age as you, who has hit the gym for the last 5 years, has built an amazing physique. They've been locked in with their training and their diet. They have an aesthetic, shredded physique. While on the other hand, you've spent the last 5 years grinding out Call of Duty or Fortnite, eating Doritos, fast food. See how these two scenarios, you have the exact same amount of time, but one of yous have used that time to build a great athletic body and built up your fitness to a point where you're confident in yourself, whereas on the other hand, the other 18-year-old has wasted their time and used their time to fulfill their own desires and their own pleasures, to fulfill short-term gratification. So guys, your life is a video game. If you've ever played the game BitLife, you'll know what I'm talking about. So there's a game called BitLife, and what happens is you start at the age of 0, and there's a big plus button in the middle of the screen where it allows you to add a year to your life. And at the bottom, there's a set of progress bars. You got one as health, one as looks, one as smarts, and one as happiness. And pretty much you're allowed to level up your age year by year, but it's up to you what to fulfill your time with in those years. So you have a variety of options. You can pretty much live any life you desire to be. If you want to be a loser, drug addict, that just works a shit job, then that can be you. On the other hand, you can build up a life which you're proud of. You can become a doctor or a lawyer where you're earning heaps of money, or a movie star. But if you've ever played the game, it takes a lot of work in your early years to level those status bars up, if you know what I'm talking about. So you need to read a lot of books. You need to start going to the gym as soon as possible. Otherwise, you're going to be pretty average. And this is the reality of how life works in real life as well. It's up to you what to do with your time that's going to allow you to level up. If you're not using your time productively for good habits, then it's no surprise that you're not going to level up. Like, it makes sense. And when you play this game, it's just, you see it on a smaller picture. It's just, it makes so much sense. You have to put in the work to be able to get somewhere. So think of your life every day as a video game. To make the most of the time you have, you need to be putting in the work. It's not fun playing a video game where you're just sitting around every day procrastinating. It's boring. The best the best thing you can do to level up in a video game is start taking risks, start living, start doing fun activities. That's why you're playing the video game. So start doing this in real life. Start taking risks in business. If that could mean moving jobs, finding you're comfortable in your job right now, but it may not be getting you anywhere in 5 to 10 years from now. So maybe that's something you need to, change in your life to level up. So you start looking for a new job, or you start, trying a new hobby or a new activity. You finally take the leap and start your own side hustle, start your own business. Like, man, it's not easy making these uncomfortable decisions, especially when you're in a state of security and comfort. But the only way to actually level up and grow and be happy and fulfilled in life is when you're taking these uncomfortable risks. So you're never going to get to a high level if you're not taking these risks. And anyone who's familiar with any video game knows that you have to put in the time and work and really grind your ass out and take high risks and trial and error and change up things for you to be able to level up in life. Level up in your video game. And it works the exact same way in life. You need to try new things, try what works for you, experiment with things. Just put in heaps of time and effort in learning. That's the same. It's the same concept, man. It's the same concept. But yeah, you all have your own path and trajectory with your own challenges and experiences. And it's up to you how you deal with these challenges and experiences that will shape the trajectory of your life. So every time you are facing a new challenge or an uncomfortable scenario, just remember, this is an experience that will allow you to level up and grow from and learn from this. So when you look back in 50, 60 years' time, you will see that it wasn't for nothing, that this painful experience which you really wanted to get rid of in the moment was actually beneficial to your growth and development as a man. And in the future, you'll be thankful for your experiences, but in the meantime, just find the best way to learn from it, to grow, to not just get out of it the easy way. Conquer it. Face it head on. Be a man about it. This goes for anything, man. Like, find a way to level up. If you're going through a tough time, you're not being treated right at work, or you're getting bullied in some way, maybe that's your opportunity to start going to the gym, start building a good physique, start locking in, start going to an MMA fight gym, start learning new skills. You got to do something, man, because life is short. You don't know when your last day will be. All you know is that you have the time right now, and it's up to you what to do with your time right now. So if you're going through every single day and you're wasting a few hours each day, man, why? Why? You may as well live your life and do something interesting while you're here. There's no point in living a life in a video game if it's boring. Start taking the risks. Start doing something. Obviously, don't take risks to the point where it's endangering yourself on a higher level and it's putting someone else in danger. I'm just saying, take risks in uncomfortable scenarios where your mind is telling you, no, this is too uncomfortable, I don't want to do it. Just start putting yourself in small, uncomfortable scenarios every single day. It could be as simple as talking to a stranger every day, approaching a stranger on the street, or just every time a challenge comes up at work, say, yeah, guys, leave it to me. I'll figure out a solution. So, yeah, Start living your life as a video game, guys. Start treating it as a video game. When you wake up every morning, say, I've got limited time right now, but if I was playing a game right now, what would I be doing? Think of someone else. You're the main character and someone else is playing a game in your life. What do you want to do in this life? Like, figure out where your passions are, what fulfills you, what makes you happy, and start living your life according to your goals. This is different for everyone. Like I said, everyone has their own challenges and tribulations, but at the end of the day, it's all the same. Everyone's going through their own pains and struggles. Everyone shares the same amount of time, but in 30 or 40 years, someone the same age as you has gone through something a lot different. But at the end of the day, you're all competing for the same things. It's all about status, money, physique, relationships. It's all the same thing at the end of the day. But it's up to you and how you deal with your scenario. Anyways, guys, I think I've talked a bit too much today, but I hope I've got my point across to you. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch up with you in the next one. Thank you.